Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee with the Pastor. I'm Pastor John Woodin, and this is a ministry of Hollywood Faith Christian Center in Hollywood, Florida. We welcome you. This morning, we're going to start in Ephesians chapter 4. Therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you to walk worthy of the calling with which you were called, with all lowliness and gentleness, with long suffering, bearing with one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. Now, these are the last days, and so I want to be really focused in on it's not how much you minister to people, it's how you affect their lives, so that you are kind to your neighbor or you're kind to a coworker. That's what's going to lead them to ask you about your faith. It's not about your preaching that is going to. We all have a ministry and we all have gifts. The Bible tells us that. And then it says in Ephesians 4, it continues by saying, therefore testify in the Lord that you should no longer walk as the rest of the Gentiles walk, in the futility of their mind. It means don't walk like the unsaved. You should not look like they look. You should not watch what they watch. You should not mix in the way they mix in. You should be different. And so that they know that there's something different about you, because at one point they're going to want to know about your God, because these times are very scary when you have Israel and Iran duking it out, with bombings. These are scary times, and many people are frightened to death, and they don't have the answer. So don't walk as the rest of the Gentiles walk, in the futility of their mind, having their understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of God, because they don't know God, because they don't have the answers to the problems and the situations for the end days. We cannot walk as the world walks, frantic, full of fear, anxiety, if I have Christ in me. So in other words, in Philippians 4, it says, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Will guard your hearts and minds. Well, that's like posting a military guard over your hearts and mind. But the key is with thanksgiving. It says, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. The key is being thankful for whatever we get, whether we get lemons or we get lemonade. It doesn't really matter, because we need to be thankful. And that thanksgiving will bring us into God's plan, and He will use you. He will use you, to minister to other people, and they will take advantage of the fact that you have the answer, you have the peace, you have the joy that they don't have. God bless you guys. We'll see you again next time.